10 weird facts about Mars that will shock you. Imagine this. A small piece of the World Trade Center is lying on the surface of Mars right now. Yes, that is 100% true. Welcome to Pulsar Pioneers. I am your host, and today we are exploring the red planet, Mars, and 10 of the strangest facts that most people have never heard before. These facts are so bizarre that you might not believe them at first. So let's get started. Fact number 1. President John F. Kennedy considered going to Mars before the moon. In 1962, President Kennedy gave his famous speech where he said, "We choose to go to the moon." But what most people don't know is that before that, he had actually asked NASA engineers about sending humans to Mars first. After doing the calculations, NASA told him that Mars was simply too far away with the technology available at that time. The moon was a much more realistic target. Kennedy was told it would take at least 15 years to reach the moon, but he wanted it done before the end of the decade. And we all know that goal was achieved in 1969. Fact number 2. 3 men from Yemen tried to sue NASA for trespassing on Mars. In 1997, when NASA's Pathfinder spacecraft successfully landed on Mars, 3 men from Yemen claimed that they had inherited the entire planet from their ancient ancestors. They filed a lawsuit saying that NASA was trespassing on their property. The case was quickly dismissed by the court. Later, these same men even tried to sell plots of land on Mars for just $2 per square meter. As you can imagine, that plan also failed completely. Fact number 3. Mars has dust devils that can reach up to 20 kilometers high. On Earth, dust devils usually reach heights of a few hundred meters at most. But on Mars, these swirling columns of dust can go as high as 19 to 20 kilometers into the atmosphere. In 2012, NASA captured an image of one that was over 19 kilometers tall. Even though these dust devils can move at speeds of over 100 kilometers per hour, they are not as dangerous as Earth's tornadoes because Mars has a very thin atmosphere. Fact number 4. A lawyer spent years trying to make radio contact with Mars. Back in the 1920s, a British lawyer named Dr. Hugh Mansfield Robinson claimed that he was in telepathic communication with beings on Mars. He even said he had visited the planet through astral projection. In 1926, when Mars was relatively close to Earth, he arranged for radio messages to be sent to the planet. He believed the Martians would understand them. When no reply came, he insisted that atmospheric conditions had blocked the signal. Despite his efforts, no verifiable response was ever received. Fact number 5. The Curiosity rover once sang Happy Birthday to itself on Mars. In 2013, to celebrate its first full year on Mars, NASA engineers programmed the Curiosity rover to play Happy Birthday using vibrations from its own instruments. The sound was recorded and sent back to Earth. It was a fun and heartwarming moment, but NASA later explained that they would not repeat it because it used valuable energy that could be better spent on scientific research. Fact number 6. Mars has only 1/10 the mass of Earth. Mars is often thought of as similar to Earth, but in reality it is much smaller. Its diameter is just over half that of Earth, which means it has only about 1/10 of Earth's mass. This is why the gravity on Mars is much weaker. Interestingly, when you compare only the land surface area, Mars and Earth are surprisingly similar, because most of Earth is covered in water. Fact number 7. Olympus Mons is so big, you might not even know you are standing on it. Olympus Mons is the largest volcano in the entire solar system. It rises about 22 kilometers above the Martian surface, which is almost 3 times taller than Mount Everest. What makes it truly unique is its enormous width. The base is so wide that the entire island of Hawaii could fit inside it. Because the slopes are so gradual, if you were standing on Olympus Mons, you probably would not even realize you were on a mountain. Fact number 8. A piece of the World Trade Center is currently on Mars. When NASA was building the Spirit and Opportunity rovers, the engineers wanted to include a small tribute to the victims of the September 11th attacks. With help from New York officials, they obtained a small piece of aluminum from the World Trade Center debris. This piece was attached to the rock grinding tool of both rovers, along with a small image of the American flag. When the rovers landed on Mars in 2004, this small memorial traveled with them. Even today, that piece of history remains on the Martian surface. Fact number 9. A $125 million spacecraft was destroyed because of a simple unit conversion error. In 1999, NASA's Mars Climate Orbiter was lost just as it reached the planet. An investigation later revealed that one software team was using metric units, while another was using imperial units. This small mistake caused the spacecraft to enter the atmosphere at the wrong angle and burn up. It remains one of the most expensive mistakes in the history of space exploration, and a powerful reminder of why clear communication is essential. Fact number 10. The first close-up photo of Mars was colored using crayons. In 1965, NASA's Mariner 4 spacecraft sent back the first close-up images of Mars. However, the data came very slowly, and the scientists were impatient to see the results. Instead of waiting, the engineers printed out the numerical data and manually colored the image using crayons that happened to be available in the office. The final picture looked surprisingly close to the real Martian surface, even though the colors were chosen randomly. That hand-colored image is still preserved in NASA's archives today as a unique piece of space history. So these were 10 of the weirdest and most fascinating facts about Mars that most people have never heard before. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to Pulsar Pioneers for more amazing content about space, planets, and the universe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. In the comments below, tell me which fact surprised you the most. I would love to read your thoughts. This was Pulsar Pioneers. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.